Games and strains. Okay. 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 Okay, yo, what's going on to all my gamers out there worldwide? It's your favorite Stone Gamer, your boy Big V, here with another episode of my show, Games and Strains, where we just be smoking and talking about video game stuff. That's it. That's all. You know what I mean? Yo, before we jump into all of this and all this great video game stuff that we got to get into, let me let y'all know who we sponsored by. We sponsored by my brand, Skyzone.Society. Make sure you shopping at Skyzone.Society.bigcartel.com for everything we got to offer over there, from our cool jackets, our cool hats, cool t-shirts, etc., etc. You know what I mean? Yo, what's going on once again? You know what I mean? Before I even also get into what I want to get into, I know I've been gone, you know what I mean, way longer than I normally am in between my Games and Strange podcast, you know what I mean? Um about 3 weeks ago, my one of my dogs passed, you know what I mean? Rest in peace to my pit bull Skylar. She passed away about 3 weeks ago. I was dealing with that. If you're a pet lover or a pet owner of any sort, you know how it is, man. When you lose one of your pets, especially when you had them for a while. I had Skylar about, well, not even about. She was 10 years old, and yeah, man. For the last 10 years of my life, she was just a phenomenal dog, man. And yeah, yeah, man. I just been dealing with that, and um, kids started back to school, things like that. You know what I mean? Real grown man, real life type shit. So yeah, you know what I mean. That's what I've been dealing with. So part of my absence, you know what I mean. I know some of y'all may say, "Yo, you don't have to tell us." You know what I mean? I'm real personable like that. You know what I mean? Y'all take time out to watch my show. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let y'all know what's going on with me when I'm not. You know what I mean? Providing the content that y'all be liking to kick back and see. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all, man. Because I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean, mm. But yes, man. Yes. Let's get into some gaming talk. It is a great time for gaming. Oh my goodness. Mm, 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 mm. What a time to be a gamer, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. A lot of great games are coming out right now. A lot of great games have been released in between my last podcast and this. A lot of great games, man. But today is one in particular game that we're going to talk about that I have been playing and enjoying. You heard it first. Nah, let me just stop. You heard it first. You ain't heard shit here first at all. Yo, but you hearing it from me. The new Saints Row is dope. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been playing Saints Row since day one. It's been out maybe a week, going on 2 weeks now at this point. But man, Saints Row is dope. I ended up buying the one of the bigger editions. I think it was like the Notorious edition I bought, which came with a bunch of stuff, posters, postcards, all kind of stuff, expansion pass for the future, all kind of dope stuff, man. You know what I mean? And yeah, I want to get into it in case you're thinking about buying it. You know what I mean? Or if you're not thinking about buying it, you know what I mean? Either way, who cares? I'm gonna talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to talk about it, man, because I am enjoying. Let's get right to it. It was bugs. It was bugs day one, and it's still in. And right now, well, as I speak, it is still a few bugs as well. I will say that on their Twitter account, they did issue that they are um delivering patches to all the consoles and I think PC as well, to patch everything up slowly but surely. They're taking into account all of the community's feedback and they're listening. And that's what I love. I love a company that listens. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing worse than a company that doesn't listen to the community and just keeps making the same mistakes and the same old bullshit. Like if you're not listening to your community, you're like you might as well just stop, just not even games, but just stop producing any product that you're producing. Your community is very important in anything that you do. Listen to your community. I'm not saying that you have to do everything that your community is telling you to do, but the vital things that your community is saying that yo man you need to maybe change this or try this or and you notice it yourself and the community is just a constant reminder of your consciousness telling you that yo you knew that you know that shit change it and I admire you know what I mean Volition Quicksilver uh and you know everybody that's working on or who has worked on the Saints Row game. I admire them trying to you know fix these changes and the things that need changing as they go along. I like the fact that they're communicating with the community. That is so important, man. That is so important. That's my beef with Sony. Sony don't really communicate as much as I would like them to with the community. Xbox does a fantastic job of communicating with the community. I love them. But yes, it was bugs. It's still a few bugs. They're working on it. But if you know me, I don't give a fuck about none of that. If the game is fun, I'm gonna play it. I can get through it. I know that they're gonna patch it. I can't even tell you the last time I played any game on day one that didn't have a day one patch or didn't have bugs. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. We've seen this time and time again that these companies, you know what I mean, they will improve upon a game if you just give it time. And I'm here to give Saints Row time to do that. I am. I've been scoping this game out for at least 2 years. I ain't gonna lie, I was late getting on the Saints Row franchise. My first Saints Row was Saints Row the Third. Not gonna lie. Yep. I wasn't really into uh these type of games when I was a little bit younger. I just wasn't. I only played sports games. If you know me, I've said it 1,000 times. When I first started out gaming, I really just cared about maybe sports games and some fighting games. That's it. You know what I mean? But as I got older, I started playing games like an array of games, so to speak. But yes, I will give Volition Deep Silver time to fix whatever they need to get this right, man. Because it is a fun fucking game, man. Um, on next gen, they have different graphic modes that you can play this game on. I would honestly speaking, I would give the graphics at this point, I would say 7.5 out of 10. You know what I mean? I will give them that. Matter of fact, yeah, between the 7 and 8 out of 10 with the graphics. They have different graphic modes that range from catering to high frame rate up to also the four people that want like are big on resolution. It ranges up to frame rate to 4K. You know what I mean? They have a good I want to say between maybe at least four. I could be wrong, could be more. I know they have at least four different graphic modes, at least, maybe five. But I know they have at least four. They do have 1440p support on this game. You know what I mean? They do have a mode where you can play in the 1440p. You know what I mean? They do have that. Actually, that's what I'm playing. I think for me personally was the best mode for me out of all of them was the 1440p. I'm enjoying playing that, and I'm playing on the 4K TV, and I'm still playing the game in the 1440p mode, and I'm playing on Xbox Series X as well. So yeah, if you're playing this on next gen, they definitely have a couple different graphic modes for you to choose from. Go through them. You can choose whichever one suits your gaming style. You know what I mean? Um, the gameplay. Talk about it, man. The gameplay. Over the top, Saints Row shit. Simply put. If you know the franchise, you know what they bring to the table. Over the top, fun, fucking gaming, man. Blowing shit up, taking shit, establishing your gang in the city. Simply put, man, blowing up cars, running around the city, fucking sewers is making your car pop up out of nowhere. Great game. Oh man, they even added like the combat. The combat is awesome. The combat is awesome. Loving the combat, what they did with everything they did there. They have perks where you can level up the combat, do different things, put a grenade down your enemy's pants, toss his ass across the way, like all kind of shit, man. I love it. I fucking love it. I ain't gonna lie though. One thing I do miss about this game, I do miss about the older games that they don't have in this game. I miss the over the top guns, man. Um, they kind of simplified the guns on this one and made it, with rocket launchers and shotguns and stuff like that. And they had those on the old ones too, but they had the over the top stuff like the dildo gun and things of that nature. I didn't see any of this in this game, and I've been playing this at least a good at this point 5 to 6 hours. I haven't seen any over the top gun. Um, they just kept it with basic AK-47, like I said, shotguns, pistols, that type of thing, and it's cool, and it doesn't take away from the game. I just want to be clear, but I missed that element about the Saints Row because that was one of the things that I loved about Saints Row. Is just the over. That's the originality of it. That's all. I will say one thing that I do like about this game that I've never experienced. And maybe some of you have, but I've never experienced this in the game in my life. When you're in the car on Saints Row, you can set your own fucking playlist and what I mean by that is you can take songs from the already programmed radio stations in the car and add them to a playlist, create your own playlist and ride to that while you're doing missions, man. Isn't that fucking crazy? I love that, man. Like I love that. Like, cause like you may not like every song that come on a specific radio station on the game, but you may like maybe two or three here and there from this station, here and there, and that station. But now you can add them and make a playlist and ride to that. How cool is that, man? Again, I've never played a game that allowed me to do that. I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought that for me that is something very original, like very original. I love it. Like I love that part, man. I cannot express that enough. I fucking love that about this game. When I saw that, I took advantage of it, made me a dope ass fucking playlist full of all kind of shit. And I just been riding around just doing all kind of missions. They have contracts now. I think that they might have had that on. They had a couple of contracts on Saints Row the Third, but I just like how they did it this time with the side hustles, and then they have the contracts. Like I like how I love the direction that they took this shit in, man. I can't lie. I know a lot of people were beforehand were complaining about, man, I want the old Saints Row and all this, right? And I feel you on that. But I like how they incorporated today's world in Saints Row. A lot of people was complaining, I don't want to play a game talking about kids and student loans. Like, dude, this ain't that. This ain't that. They may be mentioning some student loan shit in here and there, but the way they set it up in this game, the story, it's perfect. I love it. I love what they're doing. I love the storyline. I love everything about this, man. Like it's literally a new Saints Row. It's some of the old still. You can tell if we play, you know what I'm talking about. It still has comedy. It's still over the top. Like it's still Saints Row at its core. It's just new characters and a new story and a new town. And I love the town. I love Santo Laso. El Laso. I think that's what it's called, Santo El Laso. I love it. I love how they made a whole fucking terror town out of a desert, out in the desert. How dope is that, man? It is so fucking dope, man. Not to mention on this game, what I really thought was a dope perk to this game. While you're playing the game, you like while you're putting in hours on the game, like gaming hours, you get to earn money. They have a timer on the game that pays you like $1,000 per hour while you're gaming, on top of everything else that you're earning while you're doing missions. The game is giving you money, in-game money to game. Fire, fire, man, fire. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Like this, I love when a game gives back to the gamers like that. I love it, man. I love it. The same way GTA gives players money a month for logging in and stuff like that. I love that too. That is dope. That keeps me coming back. That keeps a lot of people I know coming back, because that keeps you from having to spend so much live service money. You know what I mean, on just outfits and skins and whatever else that other games may want to charge you for. They're giving me in-game money to purchase other guns and weapons and anything else that I would like to buy to fuck shit up. I'm here for it. Way to go, Deep Silver Revelation, man. Way to go, man. Wait, and by the way, this is not an ad. I'm not getting paid to keep saying Deep Silver Revelation, but they are one of my favorite companies, man. Maybe maybe they'll send me a copy next time. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Hey, man, I'm here for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I love that about this game. Giving me in-game money to game keeps me coming back. I promise you, man. I promise you. The boss customization, y'all already know, that was allowing us to customize your player before the game came out. A lot of you took advantage of it. I was those one of those who did not take advantage. So because I wanted playing this game. I was so looking forward to it because I was playing Saints Row the Third, the next gen version, before this was coming out. So I was getting myself all hyped up for it. So I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to be completely surprised when I got the game. That's what I want to do. I wanted to come in blind. So I was blown away by the boss customization. I was blown away by it. The version I got came with a couple of things that I could add on, hats and jackets and things like that. But I was just blown away by the different things that you can do. Um, Again, Saints Row has always been big on and the original with their customization, even since Saints Row the Third that I can remember. You know what I mean? Allowing you just to wear different, the different hats and the different fucking helmets and shit like that. They still have that in here. They still have that. You know what I mean? If you were wondering, the customization is bananas. Um, if you are and you can make it to your liking, and they make it for people. They have the accessibility feature too. So if you wanted to make a person like you, say like you have metal legs, if you're a person that has metal legs, you can create your character or your boss to have metal legs. Like, I think that's fucking dope, man. How dope is that? I love it. They made it inclusive. You know what I mean? And it wasn't it was very dope to see that. I like that. So again, the customization is really, 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 really deep. Pause. But it's really, really deep. And yeah. I created a crazy ass character. It started out with a sombrero hat. Now I got a fucking cat mask on. It's fucking crazy. I love it. I have to make a fucking character that looks crazy in Saints Row. If you're making a regular fucking character in Saints Row, you're out of your mind, dude. Dude, this is Saints Row. Live a little. You know what I mean? I mentioned at the beginning though that it had bugs. It did have bugs. The co-op feature was a little bit buggy at first. I kept trying to co-op with one of my homeboys and it wasn't letting us do it. Um, I got online and on Twitter and I seen some people complaining about it and some people saying it's working flawlessly. So it could be just a case by case issue. and this is probably something that they will address in their patch, probably coming out soon. But I know like on the second, the third day, the co-op was working better, and when it worked great. The co-op, this game is very very fun with a friend. It is very very fun with a friend. You going around Santo, L.A. So committing crimes, running around doing missions, just establishing your gang name around the city. It is bananas with a friend. It is, man. And the dope part about this is and this is another feature that I love, is that when you're playing this game co-op with a friend, right? And say like this friend is in like on like level 8, and you may be like level 1. So he's played a little bit more missions than you, obviously, right? Say like he invites you to his game, and you start playing the level 7 or 8 missions that he's on, that he has you run around doing. When you get to those missions on your level, when you start playing solo, you don't have to play those missions again because you've already beat them. It saves your co-op progress to go along with your solo progress. That is fucking dope. This is something that I wish Far Cry did. Far Cry doesn't do that. It didn't do it on Far Cry 5, Far Cry with the twins, or Far Cry 6. It didn't do it. This is something that I wish it did on Far Cry. Because the Far Cry 6 co-op shit is dope as fuck. Far Cry is dope as hell doing co-op. I just hate doing it because it doesn't save my progress during my single player campaign. So it's like I don't want to do the same missions twice. I just don't. And I wish they would put out a patch for Far Cry 6 where it fixes that. But on this Saints Row here, which is what we're talking about, it allows your co-op progress to go over into your single player progress. What a perk to have in the game. I love it, man. Um, this game, definitely, they have a couple of versions of it. I think the cheapest version may be $60. Um, again, I got the Notorious edition, which came with the season pass. I'm liking the roadmap to this game. They're set to release 3 DLC stories to go along with this game in the future. If you know anything about Saints Row, they always release dope DLC, over the top, crazy DLC, which I love. You know what I mean? I can't wait for it. Getting the season pass for me was a no-brainer. Had to on this game. Definitely had to. Love it. I can't wait. I cannot. And the fact that they're already communicating with the community about how many that will be released. Pardon me. I like that even more. I like that. Tell me what you're doing. You know what I mean? That's why I love Destiny. Destiny always communicates with the community about the roadmap. Communicate with the community is so important. Do that. Every company don't do that, and stay true to it. Don't pull an Anthem. Don't pull an Anthem. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Stay true to the roadmap. You know what I mean? I love it. Can't wait to play the expansions, man. I can't wait to finish this game. You know what I mean? And I know I'm just taking my time with it because I know they're gonna be issuing patches to fix everything and things like that. And I know the more patches that they put out, the better the game is gonna become. So I'm just really just taking my time with it. So much to do. The map is huge. Pause again. You know what I mean? The map is huge. Love that about it. And again, everything I named besides the bugs makes this game fire. Makes this game fire, in my opinion, man. Um, I hope I encourage maybe somebody that wanted to get it and was on the fence about it to get it. It's definitely worth the pickup, in my opinion. Definitely, man, especially on next gen. Go get it, man. And it has online co-op, and you can set it how you want to. You can make it invite only. You can make it to where anybody can drop in, or just make it to any only available to people that have it on your friends list. You can play any kind of way that you want to. It has the difficulty modes too, where you can play it on, you know, easy if you need to, or all the, hard at this, pause again, or you can play it on hard at this, most challenging difficulty. It is up to you. But if you want a game that is over the top and that is just pure fun and doesn't take itself serious, get Saints Row. Definitely get Saints Row. And again, this is not an ad. You know what I mean? Yo, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in to my show every time I drop. Thank you, man. You know what I mean? Again, apologize for the delay. You know what I mean? Definitely. But life comes at us sometimes. We got to deal with it. You know what I mean? But until the next time, y'all, stay safe and stay gaming.